there's an Austin man who was shot by Austin cops while he was on the ground. Here it is.
Shots taken. Don't move! Don't move! Can move! Back away! Back up! Do not move! Do not move! Do not move! Y'all hold at him. Hey guys, I'll hold people for over here.
Here's the attorney for the man who was shot, the family, Harry Daniels. Harry Daniels spoke to Indisputable directly about this killing. Here it is.
There was no reaching. There was no indication of firearms being used. There's no. And if you look at listen to one of the radio communication, the cop saying, "I'm taking incoming shots." Mm-hmm. No, he wasn't. He was shooting. We live in a country of laws, and at the end of the day, cop can be judged or execution. At the time that Mr. Franklin was shot and killed, it posed no immediate threat to law enforcement or the public. So therefore, it's unjustified. If we do not bring Mr. Franklin's story to light, if we do not pursue justice for it, the unlawful killing Mr. Franklin, guess what? People like you have more cases like Tyre Nichols. Because now, if the police can shoot you, regardless of what you've been accused of, then why we need a court system for? You can't be judged during execution. That's why we have a rule of law. That's why we have due process. That's why we have criminal courts. That's why we have criminal proceedings. Your job as law enforcement is to apprehend a suspect and bring him before the judicial officer, the court of law, to answer for the crimes.
I have said many times before, just because a person may need to see a judge, it does not mean they have to see their maker. It is not the same. Let's put up the picture of Anthony Marquis Franklin. He was the man killed by the police. The Austin Police Department released body cam of the incident on Friday, which was overshadowed, obviously, by the footage of the police killing of Tyre Nichols. You think that was done unintentionally? They released it on the same day. Here's an excerpt from the statement. Mr. Franklin also jumped off the porch and fell to the ground. Within seconds, all three officers fired. The department issued firearms at Mr. Franklin, striking him. Mr. Franklin threw the gun toward a vehicle parked on the street near him. The gun landed directly in front of Mr. Franklin. The officers told Mr. Franklin, "Do not move," and he complied with those commands. Once officers gained compliance from Mr. Franklin, the officers approached Mr. Franklin, even though the gun was still within close proximity to Mr. Franklin. The officers secured Mr. Franklin and searched him for additional weapons. The officers immediately began life-saving measures. That comes from the city of Austin, Texas. Here is what the police and attorneys have released so far. Franklin was armed and ran from police about half a block before they caught him. Austin police allege Franklin assaulted a man earlier that evening. 2, Franklin was pronounced dead in a hospital shortly after the shooting. 3, the Austin police put the 3 officers who shot Franklin on administrative leave. 4, the department is conducting both a criminal and administrative investigation into the officers Kelby Radford, Ryan Rollins, and Jacob Bowman. Let's put up a picture of Harry Daniels, civil rights attorney who's representing the family of this. The Franklin family attorney, Harry Daniels, noted one of the officers asked another officer whether Franklin was reaching for his gun. Daniels said the police should never have fired if they are unsure of an imminent threat. According to the attorney, that question is on record. He spoke with Indisputable about Anthony Franklin's family. He played a part in his daughter's life. His daughter's lives, I hate to say it, but they don't even have money to come to the funeral. And as an attorney, it kills me. I can't pay for them to fly out because it will be considered unethical to do so. And that is correct. The bar could suspend or de-license. His mother can't even talk about it at this point. It doesn't matter how old you are when you lose a child, it is still your baby. Put up the pictures of the family of Mr. Franklin. When you kill a person, you don't just kill that person. You kill a part of every soul that this person has touched. You kill the future children that this person may have fathered, mentored, provided guidance to. You kill a lineage. You kill generations. There's a GoFundMe for those who would like to be supportive of the Franklin family. We have provided the information to the GoFundMe, Justice for Anthony Marquis Franklin. We will continue to bring you updates to this story and the criminal investigation into these officers as it develops. Jackson, thoughts here?
Well, the backbone of these stories are always the police officer's safety and that they were afraid for it. And that's the number one thing. It's not protecting the community, it's the police officer's safety first. And that's always a scapegoat, that's always the alibi, that's always the defense. And it never changes, it never really gets any more sophisticated than that. And the reality is that black people get gunned down the way they do because police want to do it. And that's the culture. And then, look what we just saw with Jason Whitlock. He turned a police issue, he turned a systemic issue, an authority issue into a domestic, you grew up without both parents in the home issue. Completely deflected from the police entirely because, well, they were all black, so they could. But if they were all white, then they would have just been like, oh, he had a gun or something. And the white police officers were afraid for their lives. But just the sheer amount of guns that are out here. And then you don't want to change the gun laws. It's like, oh, the police, their lives are such a danger. Well, then why do we keep letting more and more guns go out freely and legally? So the whole system is just built on racism and institutional oppression. And there's no argument. I mean, what can you say? Well, what can you say here? It's really tiresome, but unfortunately we have to keep covering it because it happens. It's real, it's not fake.
That's right. We have to keep covering it. Every situation, even though it may have elements that are similar, are still important for us to give voice to the victims in the struggle.